Today I review Silk issue 6, Renew Your Vows issue 4, and House of M issue 1. Hello and welcome to the show with reviews. I'm Auram, and today is time to review some more comics. And no, I'm not just saying that because I couldn't think of anything else to say. Let's get started. First up is Silk issue 6, written by Robbie Thompson with art by Stacey Lee. Silk is a highly debated character from what I've seen. Some people are giving her a chance as a great new hero, while others are hating her because of the concept of her creation. Personally, I'm on the side of the fence that's giving her a chance, and I'm actually really glad I did. I wasn't that big of a fan of her initial creation, but once she spun away from the one true webhead, she actually got way more interesting as a character. In my opinion, this book is one of the most underrated in 2015 so far. I'm really loving it. It has one of the best and unique art styles that I've seen in any comic, and it really just lends itself to the writing. This issue deals with the fallout of the last one, where Cindy was about to be cut up by the repairman, and it's not half bad. This is just one of those issues where you don't really have any complaints, but you can't really think of anything that's outstanding. Everything's fine and good about the book, and you just can't find anything super amazing, but you also can't find any problems with it. If I had to think of something, it would just be the way that Spider-Man's eyes are drawn. They're really big and just kind of weird. That being said, Silk is still a really good book, and you should all check it out before it gets zapped by the final incursion. Next up is Renew Your Vows issue 4, written by Dan Slott with art by Adam Kubert and Scott Hanna. This was good, I really liked it. I'm always iffy on Dan Slott writing Spider-Man, but so far he's doing a pretty good job with this story. This issue is probably the most important so far. There's lots of plot development going on. It focuses on when MJ and Annie are pulled into the Resistance group, and it's actually not your typical makeup. It's a kind of a weird ragtag group of people. I won't spoil that for you. You gotta check the book out to see that. There is one thing I wanted to comment on as far as Annie goes. She's written like an adult in some places, and it's just really unsettling and weird. I'm not sure how old she's supposed to be, but she definitely talks like someone twice her age at least. She also looks twice her age in some of the panels, especially in the last issue. I do still think you guys should pick this one up though. It's a nice tie-in to the third act of Secret Wars that we're getting, and it's a cool change of pace from Dan Slott's Spider-Man stuff that he normally writes. And finally is House of M issue 1, written by Dennis Hopeless with art by Marco Fela. It feels like forever since the new Secret Wars #1 came out, especially one with a title of this magnitude. For those unaware, this is based on the 2005 event by the same name, where, long story short, Scarlet Witch pretty much creates a reality where mutants became the dominant race, and it's ran by King Magnus, also known as Magneto. The stuff that's in this book is almost identical to House of M in 2005 or 6 or whatever. It starts off with an inner monologue by King Magnus, which is actually pretty well written, and then transitions to the Resistance group, like these stories normally do. In fact, that's the only problem that I do have with this story. It starts off very cliched, and really doesn't stray too far from the original book. This book did definitely hook me though. The writing's great, the art is great, and the stinger at the end shows promise that this will differ from the original House of M. In the end, I'm interested in seeing where this book goes, and how it eventually ties into the larger Secret Wars at hand. But that's it for this week. Once again, Battleworld is starting to feel lived in and very third acty at this point. Even the tie-ins are kind of jumping on this third act bandwagon, and once again, I'm really loving it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Next time I wear a red cap and put a star under it that allows me to spin around all the time. Yeah! Hello there. I'm a guy who likes to fly. Some say I can't, some say I won't, but most of the time, I just won't.